There is no cannibalism in this universe, unfortunately. I'm Mint Salad and I saw Monsters University. It is directed by Dan Scanlon, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. The movie starts with small Mike Wazowski. He's so tiny, he's so cute, I love him so much, I want to pet him. He's on a class field trip to Monsters, Inc., and he's like, not chosen as a partner, first of all, so he has to be partnered with the teacher, which is the worst partner ever because she neglects him pretty much immediately. And so while he's inside the factory, he crosses the line, the safety line, and sees a door right in front of him. And I'm just like, y'all suck. Y'all suck at supervision. Come on, I know supervision isn't your specialty, it's actually making children scream, but still, you gotta keep a better eye out for these tiny ones. This could have been all avoided if you put Mike Wazowski at the very front of the pack, but because everyone wants to see it, they're like, we're just gonna let Mike Wazowski be in this back, and he's the tiniest boy alive. I do like showing Mike Wazowski's origin though, why he wants to be here. He's not necessarily super respected in Monsters Inc., so it's like, why is he here? You know, it's interesting, but I like the part where he doesn't care what everyone thinks about him. He's just like, I'm going to do this. Flash forward to Monsters University. Ah man, college time. Who remembers college? Leave a comment. Let me know what college was like for you. This was not what college was like for me. My college didn't have frats like this college has. This has a lot of social groups. We got a bunch of differently sized people, and I'm not talking fats, although in normal college there are a lot of fat people. I'm talking tall people, like bigger than buildings, and I'm like, how are you able to get into those buildings? Do they just stick their heads into the doorway and then hope for the best? Like, there's different rooms. What is their activity? How are they able to learn? What's the education here? I want to know what the education is like. Luckily, with the questions that I have, the questions are answered. We have Scream class, which the dean is hosting / teaching / professing / whatever the word is for telling you nothing on the first day. This is the first time that we see Sullivan and Mike Wazowski meet, and they hate each other pretty much instantly. I love it. Sullivan's like, yeah, I've ascended down from great monsters. Yeah. I'm just like, oh geez, dude. You're going to get kicked out of class. Your ego is the biggest that I've ever seen. And then we have Mike Wazowski, who is the least capable. No one's taking him seriously. And so he has to find himself a way to prove that he's capable. He's doing his best when he does those exercises. Whatever the gorilla or I don't know what other exercises there are. There's a fun monster exercise. It's like to prove that you can scare. And of course they mess with this canister because they're goofy idiots. And the dean's like, yo, you gotta participate in these monster games or else you're gonna get expelled. And I'm like, all right, monster game time. I'm really hyped for that. She does it in like front of everyone, so everyone knows what the deal is. They're on the chopping block. I like the team that they're assigned, the goofiest people in the world. We have a guy who's just doing office work, and he's becoming this monster guy, like a monster scarer. How many ers do you need to have in order to make it real? I could tell you the answer is none. This guy is not scary at all. Plus we have a bunch of doofuses. We just got a ragtag team of doofuses all over here. How are they going to win? Well, first of all, the first challenge, you gotta go through a bunch of these prickly, poisonous things that make you blow up. I'm like, oh, please don't give me any of that. That seems pretty much terrifying. And luckily there's this team who cheats, and so they're naturally just gonna keep on progressing, I guess. And there's more teams and more teams who are more incompetent than them. Like there's the Don't Talk to Teenagers challenge, or like a maze or something. And of course, these monsters get caught, and then they have to get eliminated, lemonade them, make them into lemonade, squeeze their inside juices, please. There is no cannibalism in this universe, unfortunately. But fortunately, I like how they progress throughout the rest of the games. The last game I do enjoy is the Scream challenge. Of course, Sullivan's really great at this. He does a off-the-charts Scream performance. Of course, this is where we see Randall as well. This is his first encounter with Randall. Of course, he's the guy who's just gonna not wear his glasses and squint for the rest of his life. And I'm like, I mean, you have those invisible powers. Having glasses is kind of inconvenient. Wouldn't you agree? Mike Sullivan goes way off the charts with his scariness levels, and then he wins, and then he's like, what? How did I win? And so he investigates and he finds that the dial was put on easy mode for him. I'm like, oh, Sullivan must have done that in order for them to win. All right, cool. Well, their relationship is rocky, and they were just building a relationship, so now they gotta, in order to prove himself, Mike Wazowski is gonna go to the human world. He's gonna go into a door, and he's going to interact with a bunch of adults and trying to scream a bunch of adults. How are they going to scare a bunch of adults? Well, let's build the tension. I like how they have teamwork. First they argue, and then they have teamwork, and they make it super eerie, and then when they see a monster, when the adults see the monster, they super scream, they go, ah, and then it produces so much power that a bunch of stuff just starts popping off and starts freaking out. And even though they found a way to harness energy, they still broke protocol. They interact with humans, especially adults. Adults is no-no, so they got expelled, and they're down on their luck, which is sad, but you know what? Who lets them be there? Monsters Inc. And they're in the mailroom, and we have the abominable snowman. He's like, if you tamper with mail, it's punishable by abandonment, or abomination, or what is that term called? He just gets sent to the snow realm. That's the punishment. This movie is generally enjoyable. The po-po are after me, so I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Movie enjoyable. I liked it. Do I like it as much as the first one? A little bit. I like it pretty much the same. I like these characters. I enjoy learning more about these characters. I find it fun learning how Mike Wazowski and Sullivan was able to team up together and become friends, and then become more friends while they're working for this company that they've always wanted to work for, especially Mike Wazowski. I think because he is so dedicated to become a screamer, he's able to get employed at this place, which is great. I love it. I love the character moments, especially the pig scene. Oh, we're gonna go find a pig. Oh, it's like, oh, that's kind of like college. Would I describe this as my college experience? I mean, my college experience happened at the same time as high school because I did a thing called Running Start, so almost about 2 years. I had a not college experience. It was more like a high school / college experience / get the heck out of high school and get into college experience. But my official college experience lasted 3 months at a university, and during that I stayed in my room all day. I drew as much as possible. I skipped classes, and I thought that art history was dumb, but now looking back on it, I actually don't think it's dumb. And I never went to any of these frats, and I never had to deal with enemies, I guess. I guess the only enemies I had were my roommates, and I would barely call them enemies. I just found them to be annoying. But it was interesting how I was alone and biked everywhere on campus and went to classes and then was alone, and then more aloneness, and then more alone. So, I mean, I don't have a proper frame of reference for college experience. My university got rid of frats, but they still had frat housing structure, but no community structure whatsoever. I find it weird. Anyway, my university was weird, so I don't have any proper experience with what this movie deems a college experience. But if you had a similar college experience to what this movie is laying down, let me know in the comments below, because my experiences are weird. Because of the world building, and I enjoyed the characters, and I enjoyed the characters growing and understanding where they come from, although I'd like to learn more about Sullivan. I mean, yeah, he's a big boy, he's in a line of scarers, but let me know more about this movie. Tell me more about this. Is he like a bad child, or is he like in the line to take a bunch of monsters down like the fathers did before? Like, I don't know what his family life is like. I would like to learn more about that. So I gotta give this movie a solid 7.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one YouTube really likes. So you can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer. So if I haven't reviewed it on a channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. You can fast track a movie review, patreon.com/ASEPresents, $20 a month for one movie review for 1 month, $3 a month, how to draw Pokemon tutorials, posted early and first, all at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree to find the way that you can help support the daily grind of all these daily movie reviews. So you can go here, and until next time, Mint Salad, I'll see you later, my Salad John's Big Bits.